I'm driving north from Furnace Creek, leaving the area. That was the sheriff. They actually have law enforcement out here, which is nice. You know, they keep the area safe. And the cool thing here in Death Valley is that wherever you go, you see all these colors. I mean, these rocks, these mountain formations, the ground, everything has a different color. For instance, up here to the right, you see it's almost yellow. I mean, what is it? Is it clay? I mean, mud? I don't even know what it is, but it's very, very interesting. Here's a nice view. I'm looking south towards Furnace Creek. There's a car coming here. I mean, you see a few cars in the in the morning like this, not too many, and the view is just magnificent. Look at that, look at the color. And they actually have snow on top of these mountains here. Not much, but I see snow up there for sure. It's still really high up. In the end of June you still see snow here, and you see the salt flat down there. And again, this is the reason it becomes so warm here, because you have mountain ranges on both sides. The air cannot leave the area, it's kind of trapped here. So I will go slightly closer to the salt flat down here. I'm not sure if I go all the way down though, but at least, because it's far away. I mean, everything looks like it's close, but it could be miles away. I'm just looking up here north, looking at the mountain range. They have a lot of these mines, these old mines up there. It looks easy to walk here, and I mean it's kind of easy, but it still takes some efforts. And don't use flip-flops, okay? That will not work. You need solid boots, because everything here is sharp and lots of rocks. And if you take a look at the ground here, let me show you. This one here is just full of rocks here. Yeah, it's like being on the moon, right? And I'm not sure if you can see that, but because everything is going downhill here, down to the salt flat, so when it's raining the water is just pouring all the way down, and it actually forms these canals, small canals, or you can see here, this is where the water goes down, and it then ends up down here. And it can rain here, I mean, that's for sure. And it gets snow here in the winter time too. I mean, summertime is of course very warm, but if you come here in January, February, it can be pretty cold. You will be freezing. And the wind can be insane. I mean, if you put up a tent, it's gone. So down here is a little different area. You have some grass, more sand actually. It's kind of, the ground is softer, and you see some dead, but still beautiful trees. And I think if you go out in the white area, it can actually be wet and you will be sinking down. And look at the ground here. It's very, very soft. So when you walk, you're actually sinking down slightly. And it's a crunchy surface with salt on top. So it's kind of interesting. It's like in between the rocky area and the salty area. And this is definitely formed by water. For instance, I can show you here. It's a real little stream here. It's a dried up stream coming from up here and just going down here and out. And of course I saw a rabbit. But you know, they are too fast. I can never really get them on video here. I think I will stop right here because I just sweated out like a gallon of water. And down here, I don't know, 110. Ooh, sweaty. And I came from up there. It's a little bit of a walk. And if you want to go out here, you need another gallon. And I did not bring any water. And it's really, really silent here. I mean, I'm the only guy babbling here. There's nothing, no sound, no nothing. Yeah, it's probably very hard to capture that on a video. Yeah, no sound. It's fantastic. I mean, it's in the modern society, it's really hard to find a place that is quiet, right? And YouTube is not one of those places. Keep that in mind. But Death Valley is quiet. If you find a lonely spot, you will be the only one here, and there will be no sound whatsoever, none. It's a very strange feeling. So if you really look closely here, this is what's actually growing down here. And I think this type of grass is very resistant to salt. And look at these guys down here. They look like small palm trees. They are basically, 7 inches tall. And they grow all over the place. And usually, if you are looking for, some life down here, this would be the place. I mean, I just saw a rabbit. I think it was like a jackrabbit, very long ears. And whatever animal lives out here, they probably hide here to find some, shade. And I'm sinking down in this loose sand. Here's a green tree or a bush. Wow, totally green. Right next to the salt flat in Death Valley. Here's another type of bush. And this one looks interesting. It's almost like silver. Look at that. Wow, looks like glass. Kind of like a glassy bush. Interesting. And this area here is just, you know, a couple of miles north of Furnace Creek. I mean, who knows what's in here, right? It's a dense bush. Before you go up to the highway. All right, I think I will head back up, drink another bottle of water, and then continue north. I'm just driving north and enjoying the view here. It's amazing to see the landscape here, you know. There are so many variations. For instance, look at the little hill here to the right. It looks like brown mud. And to the left you have the Salt Lake, and this highway is just following the landscape here. It goes, you know, up and down, small hills, going left, right. It's really cool to drive here. Traffic is light, which is nice. And I have to tell you, the quality of the road is pretty good. No potholes, it's just smooth. We have a couple of biker dudes coming here. Well, I just stopped. I had to stop because look at the view here. You see the entire Salt Lake here in the middle. Isn't that great? Looking south. It's just a fantastic view today. Not even one cloud.